Hello, my name is Charlie Mountford, and we are here today at Universidad Católica trying to interview a famous novelist. He's inside, and we are not allowed in there because we don't have tickets, but this is not going to stop us. Okay, now we have advantages. I managed to speak to him earlier on the phone. What did you Google? Where would I stay in Santiago if my name was Ian McEwan? So it was the Hyatt. Bosh. They put me straight through to his room. Hello, Ian. Would you mind if we did a really quick interview with you? And he said, sure, but it will have to be really quick. So off we go. Result, I have a ticket to get into the seminar. McEwan is in Chile, in Santiago, primarily to give a conference on Darwin, which already happened. So it's now or never, and I now have the ticket, so in I go.
Okay, should we do this now?
Thank you so much, Ian. Okay, so you're here in Chile. You've been nicknamed Ian Macabre, and I once heard a tale that a nanny of yours in Oxford ran screaming from the house once she read one of your novels. Is this true?
Sounds like urban legend to me. I think that nickname is somewhat out of date. It relates certainly to my early short stories, but has very little relevance to what I do now.
But you still focus on the darker side of humanity, do you not?
I think all of literature does. Unless you write lyric poetry, most literature concerns itself with human struggle, misunderstanding, conflict, and it has done since the days of Homer.
And you think that's the most fascinating side of humanity?
Well, I think if you write about happiness, it's hard to sustain it for 120,000 words. Try it.
No thanks. Okay, so you've also been here for a conference on Darwin. Can you tell me just quickly how science has influenced you, how it's influenced your literature?
I'm not sure if it's influenced it. It's simply part of my complete understanding of how the world works. If I want to know how photosynthesis works, I wouldn't ask a priest. But once in the past we used to. That authority has now passed to rational inquiry, and for me, science is nothing but organized curiosity. So I'm not interested in science. I'm interested in the things that science attempts to explain, and I assume that everyone has exactly the same interest.
Would you say that science is capable of a more profound truth than literature?
No, I think these are parallel inquiries. Many of the truths that science offers us are quite counterintuitive, very hard to incorporate into our everyday life. The discoveries of Einstein in 1915 in the general theory, although they were revolutionary, are very, very hard for us to bring into our sensual world. You know, that space-time should bend because objects are in it still seems to me the most counterintuitive notion I've ever come across. Whereas the truths of literature are more to do with how we must live together, how we are selfish and kind, cooperative and stupid, clever and mad and funny, and that's what literature has to address.
Chile has inspired many writers. Pablo Neruda, recently Brian Keenan spoke of Valparaiso as being somewhere he wanted to retire, perhaps. Has Chile inspired you in any way?
Well, I've been in Patagonia, and those big empty spaces really make me want to come back and do some fishing.
Thank you so much, Ian, for your time. It's greatly appreciated. And that is how you do it. The organisers are now annoyed with us, so we're going to go.